It's kind of a moment of a South African intervention on a Western history, which essentially we all have been fed. So Wim inverts that. He's done it through very subtle ways of looking at the Afrikaans Bible and creating it into this marble bust, sort of imposing the South Africanness in a particular history that is removed from the country. Wim is really interested in history, in art history, looking at the traditions of marble and classical sculptural busts. And he's also interested in material, in kind of looking at different ways that material can invert itself. He creates these busts out of wood, out of marble, and out of books. Basically, he carves it as one would a marble sculpture, kind of working with it as though it's this obsolete material. And that information encyclopedias are incredibly, it's a completely obsolete medium now. And then he also creates sculptures out of polystyrene and then casts them in bronze. So this light, white, weightless substance becomes this heavy, immovable, dark substance, which is another thing that he likes to do, invert the meaning of a material. He often decides to create rooms more than he decides to create sculptures. So he creates interventions within the sculptures in the way that they are exhibited. So the pedestals, for instance, at times he does traditional, refined-looking pedestals. Other times he decides to use found wood or like chunks of wood. In other instances he suspends them, but it's all just playing with the idea of presentation and how he'd like them to exist in space. Each artwork travels with its own room, really. It could be a subtle piece of wood that emerges from the wall, or a suspended frame that implies a particular kind of architecture in a space. So he likes to carve through space. He likes to suggest new spaces, spaces within spaces. His most memorable work to date is this millipap pieta that he made out of maize meal. He created the pieta to scale, recreated it, and carved it as one would a marble block, but it was made out of maize meal, which is this kind of staple food that is seen across the continent of Africa. There are those kind of subtleties or a particular kind of poetic language that he uses in his choice of material.